Hello, boys and girls. We are back with the 8th episode of our Ottoman Empire playthrough. In the last episodes, we already liberated Turkestan, stabilized Jabal Shamar, and we're trying to take back Western Thrace from Bulgaria. So, in the end of episode 7, my PC crashed, hence, the episode was only 20 minutes, so let's just start. Oh, non-aggression pact. Yeah. Come on. Okay. Hopefully he'll take this soon. The Kashgar conference, we already had that in the last episode, so I won't read it. To be honest, I think the Bulgarians are not doing bad. Like, they've only lost Skopje. They have... Well, no. They're holding the line over here. And they have taken this one tile. So, we already had this last time. So, they're really doing good. Honestly, and they took Thessalonica. They took Salonika. All right, the next focus. So we should do the 3 black projects. I already read that out. That's hence I just started. So I think it's camel wrestling, so I was already here, so I'll read out the second part. Based on the old Turkic traditions, over 2,300 years old, in the Turkish form of camel wrestling, 2 male Tulu camels wrestle, typically in response to a female camel in heat being led before them. The camels fight by using their necks as leverage to force their opponent to fall down. A camel is declared the winner if his competitor falls to ground or flees from the fight. Although the practice is regarded as backwards by many in the OHF and as severe cruelty by animal rights supporters, the Türk Ocakları have applauded the initiative, calling it a grand celebration of Turkish culture. May the best camel win. By the way, I've asked about camel wrestling. It does not seem to be like cruel. Like the camels might bite each other, but they never kill each other. They don't harm each other really. It's just like wrestling. They'll wrestle themselves to the ground. That's it. Okay, now you can. I mean, okay, obviously you don't have to do that on purpose and make the camels wrestle on purpose, but it's not like that they are seriously harmed by camel wrestling. That's at least what I found out about it. Almost. See, and this is so stupid. If I take it, like they'll pull back forces from here. I mean, they're holding their ground against Romania. This is so great. Mozambique Bush War. Middle Africa declared war. Middle Africa. Go on. Come on, mate. Take it. I seriously think if I would have a truce with Bulgaria that Bulgaria might win the fight against the Balkan Pact. Alright, so what are we gonna do now that we have this tile? You lot over there. You chap over there. And... well, that's fine. Just... go on, mate. So I'll just pick some to push him out there. That's all I want. No. I just want to pin them down, by the way. You stop attacking me, mate. Alright, perfect. So, okay. No, I want to destroy those guys. Good. Very good. I'm not really interested in taking anything else, I just want this province, that's all. Like, I even think if I offered peace now, I'd just get my, I'd just get what I claim, because I just want to have my claim, that's all. Okay. Kill those guys. Die. I'm doing micromanagement. I know a lot of you will be like, oh, why are you micromanaging? But it's just that I can't be bothered, honestly. Enver-based cigarettes takeover, founded in 1909 by Mendel Gottreich, the German-based cigarette company. Enverbe was handed over to the state monopoly on tobacco today. The company, which derives its name from the infamous Enver Pasha, has declared that it will continue operations but change its name, further announcing new brands and varieties to the trusted Ottoman products. Although the company is only a small player on the Ottoman German market, the main producer being the Jenitze factory in Dresden. The sale marks another point in the constantly developing friendship between Ottoman and German business interests. Huzzah! My god, I still don't have air superiority. Where are you, mate? Okay. Never mind, never mind. Okay, could you please die now? Like, I want to free up my troops. What the fuck? Okay, I'll speed it up a little bit. Okay, you know what? I'll make him attack here. Don't care. Okay, that was not that clever. Just go back. But you. I'm short on weapons. Alright, the next focus. Okay, no, I didn't want to do that. So, what we're gonna do is... You lot. Over there. You support over there, and you support over there. Just run them over. My god. Fall of Rio de Janeiro, blah blah. Bucharest. You being serious? Like the Bulgarians are doing it? Really? The Ikhwan revolt. Do the Tigris development screen. Yes. Oh yeah, abolish the Mutasarrifat of Mount Lebanon. I'll just do that. So the problem is I'm not doing this now because this does not take, as this does not take any time, I won't do it. And I tell you why. Because I just don't want to increase the unrest just for the sake of doing it. I'll do this because it takes 200. I will do this with the Tigris development screen. Yeah, I'll still need that. Oh my god. Madan shelter criminals. The Madan, or marsh Arabs who inhabit marshes near the city of Basra, have long been a thorn in the side of central authority in the region, just as their marshland home has been all but terra incognita for the Ottoman administration. Explorers who venture into their lands never return, and the Madan who cooperate with outside authorities often find themselves severely punished by their local leaders in retaliation. The inhospitable nature of the marshes has up until now mostly ensured their autonomy, and the political apathy towards the Ottoman regime has kept them off the radar. Ancient Assyrian damming and settlement projects made in an effort to develop new agricultural land and to flush the Shiite resistance fighting the Assyrian settlers have forced them to take more active stance. Now, the Marsh Arabs are not only sheltering fugitives from Assyrian operations, but also of the Baghdadi Wali. The latter, angered by his development, has requested reinforcements from Constantinia to bring them in line and impose both taxes and conscription for the Ottoman army. Of course we'll do that! What do you think? I'd let you go, mate. How is this like... I get 2 events, like, there are just too many events. Like, have the events later, mate. It's... Oh, mate. This is not cool. Sheikh Saad bin Maktoum disbands Dubai Majlis. After being forced to concede to the Dubai reform movement and agree the empowerment of the Majlis Council, it seemed like real progress could have been achieved in Dubai, but these efforts seem to have been in vain, as only a few months after the creation, the Sheikh has crushed the movement with an iron fist. Matters had come to a head when the Majlis, under its leader Hasha bin Rashid, restricted the ruler to 10,000 rupees of the state revenues for personal use. Enraged by this decision, the Sheikh formally disbanded the Majlis and decided to settle the argument once and for all. Taking advantage of his son's wedding to Latifa bint Hamad Abdu Hamdan of Abu Dhabi, Said's loyal Bedouin who were brought into town for the ceremony drew their swords and proceeded to kill various high-ranking members of the Bani Rashid, amongst whom the chairman of the Majlis. Crumbling apart due to this catastrophe, the remainder of the reform movement has fled to the Sheikhdom of Sharjah, in the hopes of gaining the support of Sheikh and returning to Al Sheikh Said. Tensions are rising on the Trucial coast. Decrease integration? Yeah. You know what? If I had a decision to do that, I'd now, I would now kill the Sheikh. But anyways, it's a game is a game, right? Come on, mate. Finally. War on the Trucial coast since the Red Wedding. Hehe, Red Wedding. Tensions have been rising quickly between the Sheikdoms of Dubai and Sharjah, as those that escaped murder at the hands of Said tribesmen fled to Sharjah in the hope of finding a benefactor for their cause. Finding a willing ally in Sheikh Sultan of Sharjah, the new leader of the reform movement, Mani bin Rashid, has regained the momentum, and tribesmen of Sharjah move quickly into Sangha on Dubai's side of the Khan Creek. Faced with this fragile support base, Sheikh Said of Dubai decided to answer the action with an official declaration of war, sending his troops within 4 miles of Sharjah. The two camps quickly came to blows. In traditional Bedouin style, however, the two sides exchanged inaccurate fire, preventing any degree of significant bloodshed. When the truce was signed only a few days later, both sides had run out of ammo, leaving 1 Sharjah man killed and 2 Dubai men prisoner. Since the fighting had become impossible due to the lack of material, both sides have agreed to a 3-month truce to await the next shipment of coming from Iraq. Let us hope they'll soon sign peace. This is so stupid. Like, for God's sake, die and let it be over. Already 2,000 guns missing. I don't know how to close that gap. Alright, could you please offer peace now? Okay, I don't get it. Why does he not offer peace? Or why do we not offer peace? Anyways. I won't touch it. I won't touch it. Like, Austria-Hungary are having a hard time to get Hungary to concede. Okay, guys. Alright. The completion of the Kut barrage To maintain a high enough water level in the Tigris to sustain the Ghaffar irrigation canal around the city of Kut, construction was started by an Ottoman Assyrian company in 1931 on a barrage. Works were temporarily halted in early 1936 as a major flood on the Tigris River flooded the construction site, which delayed the works for around 6 months. Construction of the barrage was carried out by 2,500 Arab and Assyrian workers and involved the removal of 1,223,288 cubic meters, 1.6 million cubic yards of ground, whilst the barrage itself 191,139 cubic meters, 250,000 cubic yard of concrete was used. Splendid! Base stability and Baghdad's unrest will increase. How about I get infrastructure for that? I'd even like that better. Okay, and now you see what I mean, like, because Bulgaria has amassed so many troops here, the front breaks down now. This is so stupid. Like, as I already said, I filed this because they would totally, I think this would totally be a balanced war. We have occupied Thrace, we have occupied Western Thrace with our troops and still hold the line against Bulgaria. Surely they will see the Western make in peace now. Make the offer and let's end this. Alright. So, but incorporation of Thrace. The nation stands victorious atop the corpse of the Bulgarian state, successfully wresting back control over its lost territories. Throughout Western Thrace, the army is hailed as heroes and sons of Osman himself, as in Constantinia the triumph of Mr. Kemal is supreme. From his actions in the Italian-Ottoman War to his valiant defense at Gallipoli, to his role in the closing stages of the Weltkrieg, there can be no more doubt of his skill and patriotism. So, just a second, I need to plug something in. Okay, so, although not originally envisioning a campaign into the Balkans in his design for the nation, the reconquest of the lost sons of Osman has made him nigh untouchable within the Ottoman political sphere. All eyes are on him, Ghazi Mustafa Kemal Pasha. Now, as the opposition tries to garner what support it has to prevent this man from disabling them indefinitely. The rise was spectacular, but it's easy to fall when you are up so high. +5 popularity for the party. That's good. Oh wow. Select the national focus. Okay, boys and girls. I could do that. That would free up 2 civilian factories, by the way. I can do this. That would decrease. Makes not really sense, right? Eradicate, delete. But I do have to do this sooner or later. To be honest, I don't want to do the new constitution. Well, I do have to reorganize the Vilayet system at one point. That's true. Well, let's first... Oh, no. We have forgotten this one. This one's so important for the fight in the desert. Yeah, that I absolutely have to do. Alright. So, basically, can dock. Oh, and by the way, yeah. This is what I mean, like, why are there 2 events? Like, come on. There's already a lot to read in it. Anyways, I will read it out in a moment. Expansion of the Greek merchant navy, traditionally led by the Greek population of the Ottoman state. The shipping industry of Western Anatolia and the Aegean Islands is world renowned, and has, despite frequent crises prompted by conflict between Turks and Greeks, steadily grown during the interbellum, with the massive economic crisis gripping all around though, and the American nation in complete collapse. Various shrewd entrepreneurs have smelled a chance at success and have started to buy up various merchant ships from all across the world. Leading the charge on this is the well-known Aristotle Onassis, native from Izmir, who has, together with other Greek families, built up a true shipping imperium on the Aegean coast. As many of these ships sail under flags of other nations, it is questionable whether this will have far-reaching consequences on the Ottoman economy, but the Ottoman banks have nonetheless decided to grant extensive loans for these takeover operations. Let us hope they will employ Turks as well. Abdallah ibn Talha al-Rashid breaks ties with the Sublime Porte. The power struggle at the court of Ha'il in the past few months had led to the fallout of pro-Ottoman allies in the region, making a way for a new coalition of individuals who prefer paying lip service to the rhetoric of the Egyptian crown. The Rashidi prince allied to our cause have been forced into exile and have taken their refuge with their Shemari allies in Iraq, whilst we have little to fear of the regime of Abdallah bin Talha al-Rashid due to its inherent instability and limited means. They still pose a sizable threat to our civilian population in eastern Syria and southern Iraq, who are sure to become subject to new impetus raiding and border conflicts. Further west, the Hijaz Railway may also come under fire, and sighting of seizable Bedouin hosts watching supply stations. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Watching supply stations on its track have already been reported, and the authorities at Medina. They are playing with the fire. Are you being serious? Like, why did I support Jabal Shammar if they become free? Like, that's a joke. No, this is 38. I don't have any production capacity. I'll do the heavy tank, and I'll tell you why I'm doing the heavy tank, because I want to be done with it, as I will use them later. Heavy tanks are great for Turkey, because I do have the chromium. Much better to use than medium tanks for Turkey. Oh yeah, okay. Well, the Ikhwan win, and then this happens. None of them has a normal focus tree, right? I mean, this happens quite often, I have the feeling, so anyways. I just don't want Saudi Arabia coming out of it. Alright. What are we doing now? Guys, what are we going to do? Do we need that at the moment? No, let's do the coal mining so we can free up those two factories which import steel. Russian Republic, okay. So okay, I should have done the land doctrine research because it's not gonna be complete format flying. Is it 38? No, I'll research this one. Let's have a look at resistance. Oh yeah, it's burning. Okay, the Russians declared war on Don Cuban. That's not good. I don't want them getting close to me. Oh wow, Austria-Hungary should really... They have to... Come on mate, just take it. Bulgaria is doing well, by the way. Pharaoh collapse, blah blah. So, I should not have all my troops over there. Oh my god, what's happening? Deal with the devil, blah blah. Okay, finally, Hungary has capitulated. That's important for the Central Powers, or Reichspakt, or however you want to name it. So, march towards Diyarbakir. And you march to Antep. Oh no, to Halep. The Damocles Project. Mozambique. Oh no, Central Africa imploded. Alright, unrest in Thrace. During the dark years of the Empire, when its borders were during the dark years of the Empire, when its borders were under assault from all sides, massive population displacements occurred in the Balkans. As from one day upon the other, hundreds of thousands of Muslims found themselves in a nation overtly hostile to their existence. Endless caravans of refugees were forced to leave the former Ottoman territories after its humiliating defeat and try to find a new home on the edges of the capital, from where the Ottoman government tried to resettle them across Anatolia. Many of these people, forced out of their homes in a way they often played no part in, have seen in recent reconquest of Bulgarian territories to finally return home, and have been encouraged to do so by Constantinia, who desired to deport as many Bulgarians out of their territory as possible. To make room for these people, the government has confiscated vast swatches of land from Bulgarian landowners to distribute amongst its citizens. Not unsurprisingly, the Bulgarian people living on the land are opposing the government wherever they can, say, as skirmishes between Muslim Turks and Bulgars are daily occurred throughout the region. To answer the growing crisis and to restore public order to these new equations of the empire, the army has requested a mandate to restore order by force if necessary. Foreign response has been openly negative to the deportations, and some more cautious members of our government are requesting us to tone down the scale of operation to avoid creating this scene for a European intervention, not unlikely those seen throughout the 19th century. Send in the army. Good. The coal mining. So let's end it here, guys. We'll see each other in the next episodes.